Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone who will be catching this live of mine tonight. I am very honored and very blessed to have this interview tonight with someone from the U.S. and I know he's a busy person, and I'm always grateful to everyone who allows me to bring them onto my stage because I know we all have busy schedules and for tonight my guest is from the US, and I really intended not to ask him a lot of questions about himself because I want him to talk about himself. That way, I don't have to do the talking for him. So, without further ado, let me bring onto the stage. Oops. Okay. Sorry about that.
Oh, yun?
Jonathan, yay, thank you so
Yay!
much. He just came from work actually, and I
Yes. Hello, guys. Good
thank you,
evening. My
Joe.
name, like what Charita said, my name is Jonathan. I'm a registered nurse here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I just got home. And I'm also a proud digital business owner. Yes. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you. It's my pleasure to have you on, and thank you for accepting my invitation for this
Yes.
interview. So
Anytime.
just a little background about yourself, Joe. And I know you're Filipino, so maybe a little backgrounder. We're full of whys here in the digital business, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, just to tell you guys a little bit about myself, I was born in the Philippines, and then when I was very young, we moved to Hawaii. And
Oh.
basically, I pretty much spent my younger years and adulthood mostly in Hawaii. And then I in a very young age, I wanted to be a doctor, a baby doctor, a pediatrician, but I just found out that it was so expensive for me to go, and I don't want to burden my parents and let them spend all the money, even though I take up student loans, personal
Mm-hmm.
loans and all that. That's still expensive, so I pursued tourism instead.
Oh,
I know, so tourism, med med school. So
yeah.
it's the different
Interesting.
it's opposite, yeah. So I work with many airlines back home,
Oh.
especially I work for TWA. I don't know if you guys remember TWA. And then when I got here, I moved to Las Vegas in 2000, and then I was working for America West, Continental, and all of that. But there was still an urge that's like inside me, you know. I still wanted to wear scrubs. Every time I see people wearing scrubs, like, oh,
Yeah.
I can do that. I can do that, because I feel like if you're in the medical field, you're helping a lot of people,
Correct.
hands on. You're not only the patient that you're helping, but also their families,
Yeah.
both physically and emotionally. And yeah, I started thinking about changing careers. So I did. I saw a brochure that was mailed to me. I don't remember when, but so it was a invitation to be a surgical technician. It's like, okay, this is my first step towards being there. So I went back to school. I left the tourism industry and pursued my surgical technician, and that was one of the best thing I've done.
Mhm.
I was able to assist surgeons do different types of surgeries. What
Mhm.
else? And I was in charge of the back table of the surgical team. But the 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 issue about that, or the lack of physical contact with the patient, that was the thing that pushed me to pursue my nursing.
Nursing. Oh.
So after that, I went back. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna continue on. I'm gonna study more,
Mm-hmm.
and then I did. And then I started with my associate first because I wanted to work as a nurse while taking on my bachelor's. So I did that, and I learned different theories. I learned different way to properly communicate with people. And when I was working, what was that? When I was working in different departments, I learned how to approach different cultures, different type of people, and communicate with them.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, when the global crisis happened, and I've been talking for a long time, I'm so sorry. So when the global crisis happened, our department closed for 14 weeks
Wow.
without pay. Well, partially paid, but that wasn't enough. And I had to pay the bills. My wife and I had to like sum up money to pay for the mortgage, all the bills, all that. Luckily, we had something saved, and that was enough for us to weather the storm. But after that, when we went back to work, everything was actually gone. All our savings, probably a couple of hundreds left, but
Mm-hmm.
that hurt. So
Yeah.
I was going to find another full time or another part time and per diem jobs. But I
Mm-hmm.
say, you know what? That's too much. That's too much. It will take a toll on my body, right? So I
Yeah.
started looking online. There were many businesses that I encountered that was too good to be true.
Mm-hmm.
They said, oh, you're gonna be earning this much after 30 days. Like, nope, cross. and
Yeah.
and then I was going to actually do a vending machine type of business, but I said, that's too much licensing, too much maintenance of the machine, and you still have to stock all the goods, right? Every week. So I
Mm-hmm.
said that's not gonna work. And then I found the ad of my mentor, and I said, there's something about this type of business. So I saved it.
Yeah.
After I saved it, the following day, I saved it maybe like probably around 7 or 8 p.m. And then the following day when I woke up, I took action, and the rest was history. And that was one
I'll
of the
cut you
best.
short there, Jonathan.
Okay.
And yeah, first, yeah, but before that, I'll just like to say hello, sis Miko. Miko is also a digital business owner, and she also
Hi,
lives
Miko.
here
Thank you.
in Edmonton, and she's a fellow Filipina as well. So, may gabi, May. Yeah, you already touched a little bit about yeah, watching the digital business. So yeah, I cut you short there because I am going to move on to the next question. um yeah, we all start from the webinar, right?
Yep.
And a lot of people have been asking me about the digital business, but um they're not willing to watch the webinar. But for us, it's a must, right? Because
It's a must.
it's
Yes.
it's like watching a movie. You can't appreciate it if someone will just tell you the
The
summary.
plot
Yeah,
or the ending.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it's not the same. So we all go through the webinars and we meet a lot of inspirational people there. So my next question is, what did you find, or maybe in the webinar, or maybe when you were already doing your what do you call this one, due diligence, or like wherever, which, like, in that journey of yours, what made you decide, what like clicked to you? Because I know you were looking for a number
Hmm.
of things online, but you were really picking, and you knew what you were looking for. So what was in the digital business that made you decide that this is the business for you?
I'll sum it up in one word. It's portability. I want to live my life. I want to because I love being a nurse. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
want a business that's actually working in the background while I do my full-time job.
Yeah.
I want a business that can work when I'm on a vacation, going everywhere and spending time with my family. And I want a type of business that can actually easily manage using a cell phone.
True.
That's one of the
True.
best
Mm-hmm.
feature that we have. And
Yeah.
also, I love this one of the best part as well in our community. I love the connection that we make
True.
with different people around the globe, different cultures. I'm learning all of
Mm-hmm.
these things as we go along. I'm being
Yeah.
exposed to their favorite food, how they think, how they talk. That's the type of business that I want. Because if you decide to do a brick and mortar business, you're only expanding locally, and that's it, right? And sometimes you get people from different state, but that's it. But if the best part about our business is global, and you can
Mm-hmm.
extend all the way wherever you want. that's
Yeah.
the that's the best part.
Yeah. So yeah, that's just a little like maybe when initially you were looking for that, but I know now that you are doing it, just like me, I'm appreciating a lot of perks in the digital business
Hmm.
just by doing it, by running my business online as well. And as I have mentioned to you, like I'm an introvert, so that's why I'm doing this. I as much
Right.
I tried in some time ago, I tried really reaching out to
Hmm.
friends who I think that might be have an interest, but yeah, it like attraction marketing is more appealing to me. Just that's just me. Where there's a lot of us who have different preferences, right? So yeah. Um, when you started, Jo, what were
Hmm.
your initial challenges and how
Oh
did
gosh.
you manage them?
Well, like what I told you earlier, what I told you guys who's watching, coming from the medical field, I didn't know anything about marketing.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know anything about using social media to run any type of business. I thought social media is just um, checking with your friends, checking sports, what's trending. Those are the type of use of social media. I didn't know the back office behind that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and I'm just amazed how there how easy it is to use social media to run a business. But
Yeah.
I continuously learn. It was difficult for me because I didn't know how to edit uh, and edit like contents. I didn't know how to use different apps. All I think the only thing when I started, I only had my words, Microsoft Words,
Yeah.
the old editors program, but I didn't know there are apps that makes it 10 times easier. So, I, and I didn't know as well how to um, manage my time in the beginning because
Okay.
the only thing if you manage everything, it's much easier than it seems.
True. True. And I would just like to also acknowledge my niece who's in the Philippines, Christine Rose. Thank you for watching, and
Hello.
Joanne. Joanne also is a fellow digital business owner and she's in Toronto. So if you would
Oh,
notice, we are like widespread,
we are
right?
global, yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, I know like a lot of us really like for me, mindset wise, I also had like not few, but maybe a lot of challenges. But that said, we always are proud to say that our age range in this business range from 18, at least 18 years old to 60 plus years old, right? So
70 plus.
um, yeah, and even 70 plus. So that
Yeah.
you know that any skill that you need to learn in this business is really learnable, right? So
Hmm.
yeah.
Right.
So moving on, Joe, what were your what's maybe the impact that this business has brought to you and your family?
Well, this business actually changed a big part of my life. Before, I always have a full time job,
Mm-hmm.
either another part time and per diem jobs. I know you're gonna say, "Oh, you're a registered nurse. Um, why are you having all these jobs? You guys earn, pretty well."
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes, and no. So, I from previous, like what I told you guys earlier, I put myself to school. So I'm paying for all my student loans in the past. I'm working on that. So I needed to get another part-time or per diem jobs to put more into that student loan. So I'll
Mm-hmm.
be done, right?
Yeah.
But luckily, I found this business because I don't have to do that anymore. Because passively, I can generate another income that's coming into our life, which means I do not have to work another job. I don't have to look for another per diem or part-time job, and I can spend more time with my family. That's the biggest impact that this business brought to our life. And we uh, around the global crisis, we stopped traveling, and
Yeah.
now we are slowly going back to doing trips,
Mm-hmm.
doing long trips, different countries and all that, which is great because we are all getting older, and
Yeah.
you always you don't want to look back someday and then say, I should have done this with my family. I should have
Mm-hmm.
traveled. I should have all of your what ifs. So this type of business, especially the type of business that we're doing, it's gonna give you that option in your life. You just have to be open and you just have to take action.
Definitely. Yeah. Very well said. And which is also your your introduction to my like final or closing um this interview. So um yeah, I think like a lot of people will be asking that question, but for us, most especially us immigrants, we very much understand
Hmm.
why people like us get at least two or three jobs at some point in our lives when we are living abroad, because first thing we try to settle, right? And we didn't grow up where we are today, and so when we want to like be in a profession that we want to be in, we need to start from scratch, and it's not cheap, right?
Hmm.
Doesn't come
Exactly.
cheap, definitely. So, yeah, before I close this interview, Joe, I would just like to say thank you so much.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate your time with me tonight, because first and foremost, I know you're you're tired from from work, and
It's okay. It's okay.
yeah, I just really appreciate having like you guys who um allow me to interview you, to um have that spare time that you share
Hmm.
with the people in my page, because we all need to learn the stories of others, right? To be able to appreciate what we have, and to be able to see like what we need to see, because a lot of people, we are all in social media, but we're all distracted with a lot of things, right? So yeah, before I let you go, just one more. What is or if there is anything that you would want to share to our viewers, those who are looking for maybe lifestyle change or who are already here but not like don't have that motivation, I guess. So yeah, parting word.
I'm gonna borrow from Coach May. She just commented in one of my posts today. Okay, guys, for those of you who are watching Charito's page, look at me. Your next 5 years will determine your decision today will determine the next 5 years of your life. Nothing will change if you don't change anything, right? Nothing grows if you're comfortable, nothing grows if in your comfort zone. So you have to step out. You have to see. You have to chase the best version of yourself. And if you don't, like what I told you will regret it at the end. Your what if will haunt you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So this is the option. This is the best option for you, not only for you, but for your family. And if you want change, I know we all do. If you're happy clocking in and out uh, from your job and just staying home and just watching TV, hey, no problem with that. But for those of you who actually want to change your life, this is the option. This is the option that you have, and it's free, guys. Check out our website and the Charitos website and find out if this business is the right fit for you. Because if you don't find out, you're going to have that what if,
True.
and you will find out that some of your friends are already doing it, and you will be left behind. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. True. Like yeah, it that those words are deep. And if you are someone who is like chasing a dream and you don't know where to start, that should speak to you, right? So
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
again, thank you so much, Jonathan, for your time tonight. And yeah, till our next
Thank
chat.
you guys for
Thank
having
you.
me.
Thank you. Bye for now.